You are standing in the middle of your kitchen, holding a screaming baby. You have offered a bottle. You have rocked them until your arms are numb, but the crying will not stop. In that exact moment, a physiological alarm goes off inside your own brain. An infant's cry is scientifically engineered to target the human amygdala. It spikes your blood pressure, floods your system with cortisol, and panics you into taking action. But when nothing works, you feel a deep, isolating sense of helplessness. You think, why don't I know what my own baby needs? Am I a bad mother? Mama, stop. You are not failing. You are just trying to translate a language you were never taught. Before your baby can form words, their cries are completely shaped by physical body reflexes. Today, we are going to decode the exact acoustic science of your baby's different cries, so you can stop the guessing game and know exactly what they are asking for within the first 3 seconds. Welcome back to Baby Mind Chronicles. Today, we are decoding the auditory science of infant cries. By the end of this video, you will recognize the reflex sounds for hunger, fatigue, lower gas, and sensory overload, and you'll have the exact target solution for each one. Let's start with the most frequent sound, the hunger cry. When a baby's blood sugar drops, their primitive sucking reflex automatically kicks in. Their tongue pushes up against the roof of their mouth, and they start making a rhythmic sucking motion with their lips. When you add a stream of air from their lungs to that physical sucking reflex, it forces a very specific consonant sound out of their throat. It sounds like a distinct "ne." Listen for that N sound at the very beginning of the cry. Ne, ne, ne. This cry is incredibly rhythmic, repetitive, and steady. If you ignore it, it will gradually escalate in volume and desperation. The solution? Feed them immediately. But if they have reached the hysterical screaming, their tongue will drop and the ne sound will be lost. If that happens, calm them with a pacifier or your finger for 10 seconds to reset their sucking reflex before trying to feed them, or they will swallow too much air and trigger gas. Remember, the "ne" sound is your early warning system. Catch it early and you avoid the full-blown meltdown. Next up is the fatigue cry. This is where parents make the biggest mistakes. They think a tired baby will just close their eyes and fall asleep, but an overtired baby's brain produces cortisol to stay awake, making them frantic. The fatigue cry is physically shaped by the yawning reflex. When a baby is exhausted, their mouth opens wide, their jaw drops down, and the back of their throat rounds out into an oval shape. When air passes through that wide, open, yawning mouth, it produces an unmistakable "oh" sound. It sounds heavy, breathless, and deeply whiny. Oh, oh, oh. You will also see them rubbing their eyes or pulling their ears while making this sound. The solution here is not food, it is sensory deprivation. If you offer a bottle when they're making the "oh" sound, they will get frustrated and push you away. Instead, immediately cut the lights, turn on loud white noise, swaddle them tightly, and rock them in a rhythmic, boring motion. They need you to shield them from the environment so they can slide out of that cortisol spike. Do not try to play with them or entertain them when you hear the "oh" sound. Their brain is literally begging for the lights to go out. Now let's look at the most painful sound to listen to, the lower gas cry. When trapped air moves through a baby's immature intestines, it causes intense, sharp cramping. To cope with that abdominal pain, your baby will instinctively pull their knees tight up against their chest and squeeze their abdominal muscles. When they cry while tensing their stomach muscles, their vocal cords are physically squeezed tight. It creates a raspy, grunting, deeply strained sound that sounds like an air sound. It's a long, guttural, screeching sound. Air, air. The pitch is often much higher, and it sounds like they're physically straining to go to the bathroom. The solution here is you must manually help them move the trapped air. Lay them flat on their back and do slow, deep bicycle legs, pushing their knees firmly up towards their belly button. Follow that with the football hold, laying them tummy down across your forearm, applying warm, gentle pressure to their stomach while you pace the room. The physical pressure on their abdomen acts like a manual pump to release the gas. Compare that to an upper burp cry, which sounds like a brief, repetitive eh, eh. The eh means the air is trapped in their chest, and they need to be held upright and patted on the back. The air means it's down low, and they need bicycle legs. Finally, we have the pain alarm. This is the sound that happens if their toe gets pinched, an itchy clothing tag is rubbing them raw, or a sudden fever hits. The pain cry is completely non-rhythmic. It starts with a sudden, incredibly loud, piercing shriek, and then total silence. They hold their breath for 2, 3, sometimes 4 terrifying seconds while their chest locks up. Their face will turn bright red, then a breathless exhale follows, and the shriek happens again. The solution requires a total physical strip down. Strip your baby completely naked down to their diaper. Check their fingers and toes for a hair tourniquet, a loose hair that accidentally wraps around a digit, cutting off circulation. Feel their skin to check for a sudden spike in temperature. Look for diaper rashes or clothing seams that are digging into their skin. When the pain alarm sounds, their body is signaling an immediate physical emergency. Mamas, I want you to close your eyes for just 1 second. If your baby is crying right now, or if you are still feeling the phantom echoes of their cries from earlier today, I want you to listen to me. Your baby's cry is not a review of your mothering skills. It is not a grade on whether you're doing a good job. Crying is simply their only tool to communicate with a massive, overwhelming world. The fact that you are sitting here trying to learn their language means you are an absolutely incredible parent. So right now, let's reset your own nervous system. Take a deep, healing breath in with me and sigh it all out. You are their safe harbor, Mama. You don't need a perfect translation every single time to make them feel loved. Take it one breath at a time today. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you in our next